All right, mic'd up with McIlvoy. We are chopping it up, talking some high school sports and everything that's changing, all the hot teams. This is Vipe Magazine's and Vipe.com's Chief Content Officer, Matt Malatesta. As always, good to see you. Man, you're dressed up for the occasion and everything. Good to have you in, man.
This is called drip, Randy.
Is that drip?
With the kids.
That's what the kids are saying?
Right,
okay, well, we'll go with that. Hey, we're in the spring. This school year has flown by. It's been a fun year to cover all the high school sports. We're right now in the final stretch. You're fresh off track and field. You got softball going on. You got baseball. It's going to be a great way to finish the school year.
Well, I tell you what, this is when Houston shines, right? So the city of Houston, as it relates to track, completely dominated.
They did.
Like, we can't even remember 20 years of doing Vipe of how well they did. In 5A, Iowa Colony boys win.
Yeah.
And then 5A girls, Fort Bend Marshall wins.
Right.
State. And then in Class 6A, you've got Lamar High School. Historical.
4x400, we featured them recently, man, and they tore it up.
Historical, which was amazing. And then, of course, Shadow Creek and the girls. So we've never seen the dominance from Houston like that in a long time.
How about what we're in right now? There's some great softball teams out here in the Houston area. You and I were talking. Lake Creek at it again. You got a really good Katy team. We got some chances to bring some hardware here in the softball realm. Baseball is going to be the same case.
The road to state comes right down I-10
Absolutely.
In the city of Houston because, you know, just think of all the great powers out of one state from the city of Houston. Well, this year is like no other. Okay,
Yeah.
You got Lake Creek girls softball, amazing. Also in 5A is Barbers Hill, way out east. They're having a great year. If you want to see some softball that looks like a college softball team, the Katy Tigers have like
loaded with
11 D1 players.
It's nuts over there. Yeah,
they're unbelievable. Kingwood is really, really good too. So it's kind of fun to see how well they're doing. In baseball, you've got the Woodlands up north again at it. Ron Eastman, the head coach over there, he's got like 900 wins, but they have a solid team. In Memorial, inside the loop, they are really having a great year as well.
Keep an eye on them. It's going to be a fun finish as they wrap up the school year and crown some more state champions. I want to segue now to football. We're in the middle. You never stop talking about high school football, right? A lot of teams holding spring camps right now. Some teams hold up and get that extra week in August, but there's some teams out there. There's a lot of talk right now about the powerhouse programs, who's building for a run, and some changes coming recently. And I want to touch real quick. Let's start with that. The communication from the press box down to the field via these Apple Watch looking devices.
Right.
Now you can send in your plays that way. Things are changing in high school football.
Well, they're getting ready for the college game because this is what's really going on in college. But, you know, it's these big power programs that can afford and get this technology really working to their advantage. But the communication from a high school coach to a 16-year-old over an Apple Watch, what could go wrong?
And it's not coming from the sidelines. It's at least for now, has to come from the booth.
Yeah.
And as many players as you want to wire up can see this. So it depends on the district, the program, what they want to invest. But I think that's just one step. I think eventually we're going to see the helmet communication just like you see in college, just like you see in the National Football League. I think it's all going that direction.
What we're also seeing is if you go to a practice, you might see a lot of these kids with these like little black tight things on where they're monitors and they're monitoring heat, they're monitoring heartbeat. They're also monitoring how fast you are, what you're doing in practice, explosive drills, and it's really amazing the technology that's going not just in the college and pro sports, but all the way down in high school. And the state of Texas is the leader in all of this.
All right, and NIL obviously is a hot topic. You're seeing that all over the college landscape. And that is a hot topic on the high school level right now. When will it be approved in the state of Texas? This is one of a few states that does not allow it, at least for now. I see that changing. Maybe in a year. I think 2 years. I think it's under 2 years we're going to see it.
100%. Because you are going to see some kids, and I'm talking about the elite level kids, be it volleyball, baseball, football, that could go to other states to start playing sports to get paid to do so as parents get involved. But the state of Texas they're going to roll this out. But I think what they're waiting on is how do they roll this out? Because this is a massive project. And how do they roll it out where, you know, it's not so much fair for everybody, but it's just done right. the education as it relates to, hey, now I've got to pay taxes on some of this money that I'm getting from NIL deals. Who can, can Adidas come in here or Nike come in here to really canvas the state of Texas also? So it's coming. I think the state of Texas and the Coaches Association is doing a great job in their due diligence of how they're going to roll it out.
It's going to be a hot topic again this summer. And when you go to talk about coaches' school and everything that goes down, I guarantee you there's going to be seminars on what's happening on that front. Obviously, all the technology as well. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. I'm not sure where I stand on it right now on the high school level. I don't know what your opinion is at this point on NIL. Is it going to work? Is it going to be detrimental to the game? What do you think?
It's a great question because, how does the locker room look? If you've got a kid that's, being sponsored by McDonald's who's the quarterback.
Yeah.
And again,
you're talking 16, 17, 18-year-olds. How are they going to react?
And not so much them, but their parents. How are they going to react? And now they're going to go to other schools because they want their own deal.
Right.
And we're starting to see a lot of the movement of kids trying to find a spot so they can start, so they can get projected and on the field to go get marketed to play in college where the real NIL money is. So it's going to be tricky and have some bumps, but I think eventually they'll get it where it's supposed to be, along with the college game. The college game is wild also. It's a wild, wild west. We'll see how this plays out in the high school.
All right, real quick, as you look ahead to the fall, pull out the crystal ball.
Yes.
How are some teams shaking out? What are the couple programs? Is it the same normal programs we see? Because there's a lot of them saying, hey, we're trying to catch up here to the North Shores, to the Cadies. You'd start naming the teams here. Who looks to be the powers coming up in the fall?
Well, I definitely think North Shore. Everybody's going to be on North Shore like, oh my gosh, they lost all their talent.
Right.
They never dry up in talent. And the way that their program is set, it just rolls over every year. They're going to be really good. Watch out for Ridge Point. Ridge Point is loaded. And I think Coach Lefevre's over there has the quarterback, and this offensive line looks like a college offensive line. I think they're going to be really good. Also, Randall wins state last year. Well, a lot of those players come back, especially Landon Williams-Callis, who's the superstar running back. He's coming back. So I think those are three teams to really look out for early. Atascocita is always going to be good. Is this the year that Atascocita can beat North Shore and Summer Creek as well?
I was about to say, that district, we're here, we live it every single fall. Different parts of the state might say, hey, we got a better district, but I'm sorry. You look at that district with North Shore, Atascocita, Summer Creek.
Kingwood is really good too.
You got a Kingwood team
had a
improving.
Huge year last year.
That's a deep district. I don't know if anybody can top that in the state, but that's the fun part. I know with Vipe Media, you guys are having fun all over the Houston area. Does that kind of excite you, even though we're sitting here in the month of May? It's still down the road, but how can you not be fired up?
Spring ball is fun because the coaches let their guard down a little bit, and you can get some great information from them because they're kind of looser. It's not game week or anything like that. So you can get kind of an overall macro answer about what their program is doing. And the Woodlands is going to be really good also. They've got a quarterback that's headed to TCU that could really be a game changer for them. But it's kind of also cool to see these kids that are being recruited so heavily and are building their own foundation of social media for the future of NIL. If you see any of these 7-on-7 games, I don't know if you're into 7-on-7.
Yeah, watch a little bit of it, yeah.
Keyshawn Henderson, Legacy Sports Sciences, nobody's really heard of that school. The guy plays 7-on-7.
He's a stud.
In a coonskin cap.
Yep.
It's complete marketing. Jermaine Bishop, the superstar from Willis, wears a complete Batman costume while he's playing a 7-on-7 tournament against a team from Florida or California. They got to be thinking these kids from Texas are out of their mind, but it's all brand building individually.
And you guys live it too, as do we. The TikToks, Instagram, you got to keep up with what's happening. And with Vipe, I know you got to find a way to stay connected with these athletes, but man, it's going. They're building their own brand on all the different platforms, and that's kind of the stage we're in right now.
It's where we're at, and it's the future. And girls sports dominates. Girls sports is the needle as it relates to social media footprints because you look at like a Livy Dunn, you look at Angel Reese, you look at these girls that have made tons of money through their NIL
Right.
because of what they have in store as it relates to content they're putting on to social media. They've got to build their footprint, and they do it better than the guys.
A lot of fun to cover. High school sports, hard to believe a new school year is now wrapping up. We'll be talking about a new school year here in a matter of months. Matt Malatesta, Chief Content Officer, Vipe Media, Vipe.com, Vipe High School Sport. You guys are all over the place, man. You got it covered. Always good to have you in, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Thanks again.
you. See you soon.